So these past 3 days have been insane. Someone stole my iPad. To most people it might be, it's just an iPad. But everything I do, music, video, editing, is primarily run through my iPad. That is my workhorse. Now, it's not a Pro or anything crazy, it's the iPad Air 2 with a whole lot of storage space. So I paid extra for that shit. Let me rewind the clock for you. It was a Tuesday. I started 11 to 5 p.m. at work. So I typically carry my iPad and some workout gear and some water in a duffel bag if I need to take it to work to do some extra work. I get on my break, and it's 3:05, and I see my iPad's not there. The bag's already open. A little odd that it's open, but I guess at that time I thought, maybe I didn't bring it and I left it open and had meant to put it in before I left to work, but I just forgotten. So I brushed it off. Noticed some interesting things throughout the day, which I will get to soon, and just blew them off. I get off, I go home, I don't find my iPad. Nowhere in the typical spots. I check my phone, I ping it. The last known location was 2:14 that day at work. Okay. Let's see. I go back to work. Surely I must have overlooked it or something while I was there. Even though it's weird that I don't remember taking it out beforehand. Get to work. Spend about an hour or two looking for it. All my coworkers are curious as to where its whereabouts, what happened, asking details. Maybe I had just lost it on my own. And I said, no, I'm sure I put it in my bag, because when I didn't see it there, open, I was quite surprised. And it dawned on me, it was stolen. Dun dun dun. And our immediate thoughts are, well, it was probably some crackhead. Someone must have busted in and just taken it. And I was ready to accept that and move on with my life and get a new iPad. Even though I had hours of work on there for content that I'm planning on putting out this week, next week, and the week after. Notes, songs, unfinished songs, finished songs that still need some other stuff to be worked on that I cannot say right now. And I was ready to accept that. Until I noticed one detail. It was right in my face the whole time. If it was just a crackhead, why'd they only take the iPad? Would they not have just taken the whole bag? And at least the other items within it? I had 2 pairs of headphones. It was a iPad. It was an Apple brand headphones, $200 Bluetooth headphones, a bottle of water, some gloves, and a canteen. Now, first of all, don't you think he would have taken that stuff? And second, the biggest one, why would he? He's a crackhead. He's in there. He's a thief. He's trying to be in and out. He would have just grabbed the bag and just go, right? See what he's got later. Another detail is that when you open the door to our office, there are bags, backpacks right there immediately to your right, and then lockers right behind them. You're telling me a crackhead came in, didn't notice those, looked to his left, saw the desk, peeked under the desk, saw a bag, said, what could be in there? I got all the time in the world, right? iPad, great, and took it. Didn't make sense. So I thought about it. That means it was someone I was working with, someone who I opened with that day. So those 2 hours that I spent looking, thinking, this is what I deduced. I'm not gonna say any names. So we had manager, co-worker, me, and another co-worker. We'll call him manager, girl co-worker 1, girl co-worker 2, me. Everyone already seems innocent. Girl co-worker 1, I know her pretty well. Girl co-worker number 2, she's a hard worker, good person, goes to church. Manager, she's a little older. I know her, I'm friends with her boys. Why would she take it? I thought about this a lot, for a long time. Sitting down, recalling every moment that day, anything that could help me piece together who could have taken it. As insane as it seems to accuse my coworkers in the first place, this wasn't a normal theft. This was somebody that knew I had an iPad. So I'm going from person to person, and I have my early suspicions on girl number 2. I looked at my iPad's last known location, 214, at the front door, right before it disconnected from the Wi-Fi. I spent some time, went up to the front, maybe it wasn't my coworkers, at that time thinking it could have been a crackhead who grabbed it, threw it in the trash or something, because they couldn't find it, or they couldn't get into it. Check around the trash, literally hands deep in trash, nothing. So then it dawned on me that this person went out the front door when they took my iPad. And that's when things got clearer. Manager always goes out the back door. Her home's that way. Everyone and their fucking mother goes in and out of the side door. Except for coworker, girl number 2. And her husband. Now her husband, you ask? Why would I bring up the husband? Because he was there that day. The last ping was at 2:14. Coworker girl number 2 took her breaks at 1:30 and some other time that they didn't line up with the disappearance of the iPad. Except for before that, in between all that, her husband shows up. Typically, he comes in, picks up some food, or drops off some food that we've purchased from him, or brings the kids in to say hi and gets food, whatever. This time, they met in the back. Coworker girl number 2 said, "Hey, can you watch the front while I go meet up with him?" I said, "Yeah, of course." And mind you, this is all before I know anything about my iPad being gone, or not even being in my bag. These are just what I'm recalling. So they meet in the back, there for a while, and husband takes off. Why was he there? If it was for food, he would have gotten food. But if it was just a conversation, they could have had that over the phone. And I saw her earlier than that, on her phone, texting who I assume is her husband. So obviously, there is a fucking switcheroo. He picks it up, 2:14, walks out the front door. All still seems like speculation, right? It's crazy. It's crazy to believe. I'm accusing one of our hardest working and sweetest co-workers. But I don't give a damn. All I want to know is where my iPad is. So I've got all these pieces of the puzzle tied together. That points at one specific coworker. Coworker girl number dos. But it's still loose. It's still not anything to go on. Until I learned some new news. She worked at Chipotle before she came to our work. My girlfriend had been working at Chipotle at around that same time. Chipotle orders 2 iPads for their work. One goes missing. As far as I know, these are the details I know. One, she was friends, the coworker girl number 2, she was friends with the Chipotle manager, that she was accused of taking the iPads, and shortly after, she quit and came to us. Now, baby, that's a far stretch for a coincidence. Now, she's taken my iPad. She's known that I've had an iPad because I'll bring it to work and I'll see her. And just a reminder, I'm not just laying my iPad out on the fucking table. I'm putting it away, tucking it away, out of the way. I learned that information, and now I fucking know that she is the one who took my iPad. Without 100% doubt in my mind, she is the one who took it. Coworker number 2. Coworker girl number 2, sorry. Is guilty. With this in mind, I let my managers know the details. Luckily, I'm quite close with them, so I can have a really one-on-one with them and they can understand where I'm coming from. But at the same time, it's still quite difficult for her to be seen as this thief, because they know her to go to church. She's a hard worker. Her husband's a hard worker. And she's sweet. My managers see how possibly it could be her because of everything that I've tied together. Evidence, it's all lining up. But still, it's her. It's coworker girl number 2. It couldn't be her. That's impossible. Next day, I get the number of my district manager, and it's my day off, so I have time to blow off steam and just chill the fuck out. I get his number. I explain everything to him that's happened, all the details. But before I preface saying, I understand she's a great worker. She puts a lot of time into this company, but you need to listen to what I have to say, please. And understand I'm not trying to shame her. This is just what I'm putting together in my mind and why I believe it could have been her. I give him the details. He's a little understanding. I ask him, is there any way we could check the cameras? There is a camera pointed directly at the office. Exactly where my iPad was. Under the table, in a bag. Come to find, the camera system, come to find that the systems for the camera aren't working. Might as well have been a dummy camera. Fuck. Right? All the while, my managers and close coworkers are trying to do what they can to figure out how it all happened, trying to get into the camera system on their end, which I fucking appreciate. It means a goddamn lot to me. I owe it to him for that, for really trying. Defeated, but angry. I don't let this go. I know that I've locked my iPad, and I've left my number in case someone comes across it, can contact me. But in my mind, I am 100% sure coworker girl number 2 took it. So if she took it, there's a way to get a message across. In the iPad, or in your phone, when it's connected to all these devices, you can lock it, put a number, and leave a message. So when someone opens it up, they could see that message. Hey, if you could request this iPad, please contact me. I lost it on this fucking park bench. I didn't say that though. drunk with fury. I typed out, erased, typed out, erased until I found the perfect paragraph. 15 minutes writing out the perfect text, which read, actually, I think I have a screenshot of it. Let's double check. I guess I don't have it. Which read something along the lines of, hello, coworker number 2. You've taken my iPad, and I want it back. Put it in my locker, and leave it there. If you do, all is forgiven. There will be no problems. And if you don't, remember, I know where you live. This will not be, and it will not end well for you and your husband, which I named at that moment, but I will not be saying the name, obviously. Next day, today, I go into work. I walk in, it's 11, there she is, I walk by her, playing it cool. Place of work, gonna be professional. I open the door, I look up to my right, I see my locker. And I think to myself, ain't no fucking way. I open it up, there it is. iPad. Missing the case, but the iPad. Wrapped in what seems to be our sanitizing rags. Not used, obviously. Possibly used to wipe down any prints, like some CSI shit. Come on. I already know it's you, obviously. And I lose my shit. I fucking won. I won this chess game. I put it together, I figured out the pieces, and I checkmated. I fucking got my shit back. Fuck you! And she was old lovey-dovey all day, being so sweet to me. Moi. Telling me, oh, I know you lost your iPad. I have some Samsung tablets that you can have. One is broken, but you can have these ones. And I was like, no, I found it. Someone had put it back in the locker. Oh, you did? Ow. Yeah, there wasn't any content for a while because of this whole situation. I had been losing my mind these past 2 days and piecing it together, knowing that I am right. And I fucking was. You know, I always wanted to be a detective when I was younger because Batman was a detective. Should have been a detective. Because I solved this shit. Checkmate. Good night, sinners.